Hello and welcome to mahendraguru.com, the Brahmas for Success, and you're watching News Fever, the news that matters. Let's proceed to the first headline of 6th of June 2016. India and Qatar signed 7 agreements including investment and tourism promotion following delegation level talks headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Qatar Emir Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. Now this is a paradigm shift in terms of relations between the Gulf nations and also India. Earlier this year and the previous year, our highly esteemed Prime Minister went to these nations for enhancement of trade. Consequently, various banks, for example, Doha and Qatar Bank, opened their branches in various cities in India, and relations in terms of trade and commerce also got enhanced. So this is a welcome change in terms of relations with the Gulf countries. Let's proceed to the next headline.
Garcia and Kristina Mladenovic came out the first French pair to win a Grand Slam women's double tennis title in 45 years after beating Ekaterina Makarova and Elena Vesnina of Russia at the French Open. Previously, this title was won by the one male player doubles, whose name is Mr. Glenna Sheriff and the Francois Dur, who made this record. And this is really a very important news, and because they created a history after 45 years after winning this title. Let's move toward the next news.
The Central Information Commission has directed IDBI Bank to disclose details of alleged loan default by Gurgaon-based entertainment group Kingdom of Dreams in larger public interest. Now, this entertainment park perhaps is a very humongous park in terms of various facilities like providing opera and other theatrical types. Now, this was in news due to the humongous income tax mismatches leading to an inquiry by the CIC. So let's see what would transpire in the coming days in terms of this controversial news. Let's proceed to the next headline.
Former Mr. Universe and celebrated bodybuilder Manohar Ek died at his home here following old age related health complications. He was 104 years old. Mr. Manohar Ek was take a birth in Bangladesh, which is now a separate different country, and he also known with the name Pocket Hercules, just because of his short stature, and he won this title of Mr. Universe in 1952. Let's move toward the next news.
The centre, in a joint venture with the Goa government, is planning to have a satellite port which will be 35 kilometres away from Mormugao Port Trust in Balli village of South Goa. This news was given to us by Mr. Gadkari, who is the tourism as well as the concerned minister of this particular issue. So let's see if this transpires in the coming days. Let's proceed.
India Post issued the first postal stamp on e-commerce, MyStamp, in which e-commerce company Amazon has been displayed. E-commerce has been long a very good partner of post office. So the post office taken an initiative to just celebrate a 3 years successful completion of Amazon in India by the MyStamp release was done by Chief Postmaster General Ms. Usha Chandrasekhar in Bangalore. Let's move toward the next news.
AIIMS adopted a patient policy under which the patient who is not able to afford or cannot afford the equipment needed for home rehabilitation, funds will be sought them from public. So AIIMS being the most important institution in terms of medical science in India, this should be followed by each and every big or small hospital. Perhaps thereby all the people who perhaps do not have the proper resources to fund themselves or to be admitted in hospitals could be given home rehabilitation by this sort of funding. With this, we come to an end to our discussion on the top headlines of the day. The headlines would come in number of questions in the coming papers. The SBI pre went really well for almost all the candidates. We hope that the SBI clerk mains and the coming UIIC as well as the SBI pre examinations would be on the same lines. We also hope that you loved or liked our videos concerning News Fever, concerning how to crack different subjects, and also Exam Ki Baat. We shall continue to give you quality product in terms of content as well as videos with this intention. Your success
It is our success.
Thank you.